All right, so this is part 2 of the practice test. Again, if you have not tried part 2 on your own with your own separate piece of paper, do that first so that you can make sure that you understand what you already know and what you need to know so you can use this video to learn the things you need to know instead of just walking through the video without having an idea. All right, so number 7. The manager of a water park keeps track of the money collected, M, and the number of tickets, T, sold each day. Which best describes the variables? So M is the total amount of money, and T is the number of tickets. Okay, so it says the variable M is the independent variable because it depends. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out which one is independent and which one is dependent. So the tickets, if they sell tickets, then they get money. So they have to sell tickets first in order to get the money second. And the first thing that they do is always independent. So this must be independent because the amount of money they raise or earn depends on how many tickets they sell. Okay, so I want to find the answer that says that M is dependent and T is independent. All right, so M is independent. Okay, so it can't be this one. Okay, the variable T is the dependent. Nope, that can't be it. Variable T is the independent, yes, because it affects the amount of money collected each day. Okay, this one seems right. I'm going to just check the last one. Variable M is independent. No, this one says M is independent. So all the rest of them say that M is independent. This is the only one that says T is independent, and I know that T is independent. So it's got to be that one. Perfect. Okay, next one. Okay, April pays a dog walking service $30 each week to walk her dog. Complete the table that shows to show how many dollars D. Okay, so this one's dollars. April spends on dog walking in W weeks. So this is the weeks. Okay, so in $30 each week. So in 1 week, she'd make $30. That makes sense because 1 times 30 is 30. So 2 times 30, that's 60. Okay, well, it seems like it's going to keep going, but let's just make sure that 3 times 30 is 90. Yep. Okay, 4 times 30 is 120. Yep. 5 times 30, 150. Oh, that was easy. I'm going to make sure I don't have to do anything else. So it just says complete the table to show how many dollars. Yeah, cool. So that's it. That's all I have to do. That's an easy problem. All I had to do was finish the table. Cool. All right, number 9. Which equation can be used to describe the pattern in the table? Okay. So I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I have my 0. Okay. So I think my constant is probably 5, and it's only going up by 1 each time. So I think that it's going to be, my coefficient is 1, so it should be 1 times B plus 5, or just B plus 5 equals A. Okay. But none of these are B plus 5 equals A. Okay, so I'm just going to have to check them all. So let's see which ones work. So if I get confused like that, because I tried the strategy that we always use, I'm just going to use each answer and just check to see what makes sense. So let's see what makes sense. So let's see. It should be B plus A equals 5. And remember, it has to work for the whole table. It can't just work for one of the one section of the table. So if I look at the whole table, that means it has to work for all of them. So A says B plus A equals 5. So let's see, B, so 0 plus 5 equals 5. So it works for this one, but 1 plus 6 isn't 5. 2 plus 7 isn't 5. So it can't be this one. So I'm going to cross that one out. All right, B says B equals A plus 5. So A plus 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10, not 0. Nope, that can't be it. All right. B equals A minus 5. Okay, let's see. A 5 minus 5 is 0. Yeah. 6 minus 5 is 1. Yep. 7 minus 5 is 2. 8 minus 5 is 3. Yep. 9 minus 5. Okay, so this one so far seems right. I'm going to check the last one. So A equals B minus 5. So 5 equals 0 minus 5. No, because that would be negative 5. Okay, so it can't be that one. So yep, it's this one. So I'll color in this one. All right, moving on. This is what we started learning at the very end. So the graph shows Rudra's walk. So use T for time. Okay, and so here's time. So this is T. T for time and D for distance. Okay, so this side is D for distance. All right. Identify the independent and dependent variables. Well, that's good. I already know. T is independent because it's on the bottom. And D is dependent because it is on this side. Okay. And use them to write an equation that represents this walk. Okay, so I know I need, so I have my independent and dependent. So remember, it goes independent variable, or no, I'm sorry. It goes dependent variable equals the coefficient times the independent variable plus the constant. Now, if you don't have that written in your notes, I would write that in my notes really big so I have it for the test. Okay, so my dependent variable is D. So, okay, D equals, okay, my coefficient. My coefficient is how does it grow for each step. Okay, so from 0 to 1, it went up by, oh gosh, let's see. I think I need to zoom in. Okay, there we go. So it went up by, it went up by 6. So my coefficient must be 6. Wow, that's pretty high. Okay, so 6 times my independent variable, so T. I'm going to make sure that my T looks different than a plus sign. And then my constant is the starting point, but the starting point was at 0, so it would be plus 0. So it would just be D equals 6T, because I don't need the plus 0. Now, if I wrote it like this, it would be totally fine. If I had the plus 0, that's okay, but I just don't need it, so you don't need to put it in there. So your equation would be D equals 6T, because remember, it's the dependent variable first, the thing on the bottom, equals the coefficient, which is how much it changes. It goes up by 6, so that's my coefficient, times the independent variable. My independent variable is T, plus my constant, which is my starting point. And in this case, my starting point was 0. All right, next problem. Number 11, what is the value of T in the following equation? Okay, so I have to solve this equation for T. So I need to show my work. So T plus 1/4 equals 2 7/12. And remember, in order to solve any equation, I'm trying to get the variable by itself. So right now I have T plus 1/4. So I have to do the opposite. I have to do minus 1/4. And I need to do it on both sides. So now I have T equals 2 7/12 minus 1/4. Okay, you might not remember, but we need to remember that in order to subtract fractions, we need a common denominator. So 12 and 4, so let's see, I've got 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12. Perfect, I can use 12. So I'll have 2 7/12 minus, okay, 1/4. So 4 times 3 is 12. So I have to do 1 times 3 on top. So 3/12. So I have 2 and 7/12 minus 3/12. So I have 2 and 12 stays the same. 7 minus 3 is 4. Okay. Now, if I keep it like this, I'm only going to get part of the points because I can reduce this fraction. I can divide the top and the bottom by 4. So I need to reduce. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So it's 2 and 1/3. So my answer is T equals 2 and 1/3. Now make sure that I write it T equals 2 and 1/3 because they want to know what is T. So I need to tell them this is T. If I just write 2 and 1/3, I didn't answer the question. So make sure that when you're solving an equation, you write T equals to show what T is. All right, so that's all of part 2. If you still need help, make sure you go back and watch all the lesson videos as well.